We're live. Ba-ba, 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 ba-ba. All right, we're live. It's been a few days. I should have streamed like over the weekend, but Westworld got in the way. I watched 3 seasons of Westworld back to back this weekend, and yeah, third season was a little bit of a letdown. First 2 seasons were pretty good. Third season was a little bit of a letdown. What's up, Hot Takes? What's up? Yes. I wanted to talk about that Vanity Fair article that came out entitled Justice League, the shocking, exhilarating, heartbreaking true story of the Snyder Cut. I assume most of you have read it by this point. I'll wait for more people to file in, but I assume most of you have read it by this point, or you at least watch YouTube videos of people reading it. So I'm not going to read through the whole thing. I just want to go through some parts that completely like shut down conspiracy theories and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That people have been trying to push for years. But yeah. But first, you guys want to talk about trends? You guys want to talk about how the Snyder Cut has been taking off here? I think I'll talk about that before I get into the article because people, yeah, I'll wait for people to file in here. But yeah, here we go. Here, I'll stop this screen right here. And we'll bring up this screen. This is pretty amazing. So the Snyder Cut has been taking off lately as far as trends go. Fucking like crazy. Let me show you the screen here. And if you go to Google Trends and type in Snyder Cut, you'll actually see the big spike it got when the trailer came out. Y'all can see this little graph right here, right? This is Google Trends. This isn't saying the number of people that are clicking on it. It's just saying the interest level. And right here on February 14th, when the trailer dropped, the official trailer, that's the highest spike the Snyder Cut has ever got. This little graph is over the last 30 days. But if we take it back the last 90 days, it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty cool. Hold on. It's loading. Now look at the February 14th spike. You know what I'm saying? It's the highest it ever has been for the Snyder Cut when that trailer dropped. Let's take it back even further. Let's take it back 5 years. All right. As you see, no one talked about the Snyder Cut till November fucking, what was it? God, can I land on it? Boom. November 17th, 2019. That's when it went viral for the first time. Look how small that spike is when it went viral. That convinced them to make the Snyder Cut. You know, that little spike right there convinced them to get Zack Snyder back to make the Snyder Cut. Now look at these spikes since. These are for like the Hallelujah trailer and something else. And then you get the actual official trailer, which dwarfs them. This is a huge fucking spike here. Pretty big deal for the Snyder Cut. And this goes back to one of my videos where I talked about how they should change the title of Zack Snyder's Justice League because look at this. Let's just go back to 1 year. You can still see a big spike in the other 2 spikes for the trailer. But let's type in the actual title of the movie. Zack Snyder's Justice League with a W. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Type that in. And look at the interest level on that title. Barely anything for Zack Snyder's Justice League. More people type in just the Snyder Cut. That's what this means. More people just type in Snyder Cut. So what they should have called the movie was Justice League, the Snyder Cut. That's what they should have called it. Because if you just type in Justice League, this gets the most. Here we go. You got your yellow line here. You see your yellow line. Justice League gets your biggest interest rates. And the second behind it is the Snyder Cut. So what naturally should you call Zack Snyder's Justice League? You should be calling it Justice League, the Snyder Cut, obviously. Because every time the Snyder Cut spikes, Justice League spikes. You know what I'm saying? It's almost matching what the Snyder Cut is doing if you look at this graph. And let's go back 5 years. This will go back to the release of Justice League. And if you look at this, look, this is this little huge-ass spike right here that dwarfs everything, even the Snyder Cut today. This huge-ass spike was when it released, November 11th, 2017. That's how big, that's how popular Justice League got when it was coming out, right? And since then, it hasn't really done shit. The only time it's been spiking is when the Snyder Cut is searched, right? You know what I'm saying? That's the only time Justice League has been spiking is when people are interested in the Snyder Cut. So this tells Warner Brothers nothing but money. Nothing but money. That's what the Snyder Cut is. Look at that. They go hand in hand. Snyder Cut, Justice League, they go hand in hand. They're spikes here, which is great. Welcome, Kal-El. Welcome, Nova. Welcome, Watcher. Yes, the nice graph work. Yes, I just want to talk a little bit about these trends because this is a big deal. This is a really good indicator that the Snyder Cut's going to do very well. Look how big it's spiking in Justice League. And, like, people want to see the movie. The trailer, I also said in another stream that if the trailer got around like 20 million views, like half of what Godzilla and Kong did, that would be a really good sign. And that's pretty much what it did. It did like 18 million views. There you go. That's exactly what they need to do. And the next trailer is March 8th. So March 8th, keep an eye out for that. If we get another spike like this, we can even get closer here. If we get another spike like this on March 8th, you best be damn sure. You best be damn sure this is going to be a huge hit, which is very exciting. And another reason why Warner Brothers isn't sabotaging this at all. They're not sabotaging this at all. They invested $70 million in this movie. They moved it away from Godzilla versus Kong to give it more time. And, yeah, they know what they got. They know what they got. They know they got a movie that's potentially a hit here. And then 2 weeks later, you got Godzilla versus Kong, which is also going to be another hit. And then 2 weeks after that, you got Mortal Kombat. I think Mortal Kombat's coming out in April, right? So April 16th, something like that. So you got a strain of hits now for HBO Max. You know, why would they want to sabotage any of that? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. We say nobody here. I thought it was March 1st. I think it's March 8th. The trailer, right? That's what we're talking about? Yeah. I think it's March 8th. So there you go. All those conspiracy theories about Warner Brothers trying to sabotage this is bullshit. And if we go to the Vanity Fair article, they even prove that even more that it's bullshit. The Kal-El says Sopranos prequels too. I didn't know they were making that. That's pretty cool. I wonder if we could look up Sopranos. But yeah, I just want to show this chart here to show you just how well the Snyder Cut, which is the blue bar, the Snyder Cut and Justice League, how they're almost going hand in hand here. Like every time the Snyder Cut's spiking, Justice League is spiking, which means more and more people are looking up Justice League, looking up when the movie's coming out. Very exciting. Very exciting. Hashtag Blanche was right. Yes. Yes. Because, the Zack Snyder trailer for the movie did 18 million views on YouTube in 2 days, which is very good. Not as good as Godzilla vs. Kong, but, hell, I'll take what we can get at this point. I'll take what we can get. Jake Angel says, hey, man, what do you think of the superhero that making a cameo at the end of Zack Snyder Justice League? Oh, yeah, this is another thing. Hold on, we'll get rid of this screen. I showed you guys the graphs there. This is another thing. I think this came out today. Somebody noticed Zack Snyder said there's going to be a cameo at the end of Justice League for hardcore fans. And then somebody tweeted at Ryan Reynolds, and he said, no. He said, no, not me, Ma. No, not me, dog. Let me look it up here. I can look up Ryan Reynolds' tweet right now. He makes a lot of tweets. But here we go. Boom. I'll share this. But yeah, so the hardcore fans are going to love the cameo at the end of Justice League. And of course, every hardcore fan is thinking Green Lantern. I think that's every hardcore fan is thinking that, right? Like, why would we be thinking anything else? Are we really going to be hyped for like the Atom? Like, no. But somebody, I think, was making a joke for Ryan Reynolds. He says, it's not me, but what a cool pirate flag to cameo as Hal. Maybe it's another GL. Maybe it's another GL. That's something I've been saying for like ever here. If it's not Hal, it's going to be some other GL, because how do you have a Green Lantern movie? I mean, how do you have a Justice League movie with no Green Lantern? How is it possible, guys? How is it possible? You're going to put cameos of Adam and Martian Manhunter in a Justice League film, but you're not going to put a cameo of Green Lantern. You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up right now. Tomar-Ray. I like that idea. I like Tomar-Ray and Kilowog. Put them two next to each other. Put them in the movie. Shazam. Shazam would be very surprising considering Zachary Levi doesn't know what the fuck's going on Zack Snyder's Justice League. A headless Shazam. That's a funny one too. No, headless Shazam. Well, if the surprise cameo was Feora, nah, she's in the Phantom Zone. They would have to open the Phantom Zone in this movie, right? That's the only way you get her, I think. You think Alfred survives the nightmare? I don't think so. We'll see when the movie comes out with that. We'll see what comes out with that. But yeah, Ryan Reynolds right here, I guess, confirming that it's not him in Justice League, which is something we already kind of knew because he already said this. He could be lying. We all know actors lie all the fucking time, guys. They lie all the goddamn time. But this was very interesting. Maybe it's another GL. It could be Sinestro for all we fucking know. You know what I'm saying? But hardcore fans, DC fans, are going to be surprised by the cameo, are going to lose their shit over the cameo at the end of Justice League. That's what Zack Snyder is saying. So based off that, I think it has to be Green Lantern. I think it has to be. Like, what other character? Hawkman? You know? Would anybody lose their shit over Hawkman? I'm trying to think of characters you lose your shit over. You know? There you go. 27 days left, Nova. 27 days left. Yeah, guys, we're getting close. It's almost here. Long road, and we're 27 days away. I think I might just watch it live on the thing. Brave Dan says, "Oh, Booster Gold. That's not a bad idea. Would we lose our shit though over it? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. Carrie Kelly. Oh God, no hot takes. Oh God, please no. Carrie Kelly. Please no Carrie Kelly. Maybe Supergirl. Yes, maybe Supergirl. Hawkgirl is another main Justice League member, so that could be like in the animated series. Hawkgirl was there the whole time, so that's a possibility too. So that's very interesting. I don't know. Carrie Robin. I know who Carrie Kelly is, man. I know. Please God. I know Zack Snyder really likes The Dark Knight Returns, but please God, no Carrie Kelly. Please God. The Grant Gustin Flash. Oof. What? Just get Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker. That would be something. That'd be something new. You know what I'm saying? Where is Spider-Man? But still, I don't think that's gonna. I think it has to be a Green Lantern. It has to be a Green Lantern. If it's not Green Lantern, the movie's going to get a 5 out of 10 for me. You know, I'm going to give the movie a 5 out of 10 if there's no Green Lantern. All this time, you're not going to give me a Green Lantern. You got me fucked up. But here we go. Let's talk about, since more people are in here, let's talk about this article that came out yesterday. The true story of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Let's talk about this. Let's see if I can pull this up. I don't want to read the whole article because I'm pretty sure most of you have read it. Plastic Man. That's a funny one, Nova. That's Plastic Man. The Elastic Man. And we see him get murdered at the end of the movie, and it starts the whole identity crisis storyline, right? I think that's what they should do. Okay. Yes. Where we go here? Open the Chrome tab. Open this tab. Share. Justice League, the shocking, exhilarating, heartbreaking, true story of #the Snyder Cut. Yeah, they really should have called the movie Justice League the Snyder Cut. Like, they really, like, I feel like that would have gave you the best potential there. Yeah, because that's what people are searching all the time. They're just searching Justice League or they're searching the Snyder Cut. No one's searching Zack Snyder. No one's searching Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's just interesting. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I hope you all read this because this goes into the backstory of like his daughter Autumn Snyder committing suicide, and that it's very sad and heartbreaking. And I don't want to go through all that. It also talks about some all the behind the scenes stuff with Josh Whedon and stuff. But let's go down here. Hold on. let's go down here to the first thing I want to point out, because this is a long article. Like, this is a long article. And there's something I want to point out right here somewhere. Any second now. Any second. It was right after the Ray Fisher picture. Here. But harsh reviews for Batman vs. Superman demolished Warner Bros. Confidence in Snyder. Guys, they were confident in Batman vs. Superman before it came out. That's what this article is saying. That's what these executives are saying. You know, it was after the harsh reviews. That's when they lost their confidence. Okay? Okay? There is no grand conspiracy to destroy Zack Snyder or sabotage his movies. All right? They thought BVS was good. They thought the cut-down version of BVS was good. They didn't think it would get those harsh reviews, and then they lost their confidence after that. The production heads like Greg Silverman right here were worried when Batman vs. Superman came out. They didn't expect the negative reaction from fans. It was disheartening for all of us. That's what Silverman says. They did not expect it. That's a big deal because people have been trying to push this shit for years that they were always against Zack Snyder. And it's like, no, like Zack Snyder was the man. Like they were all behind him for Man of Steel and BVS. And the second those harsh reviews happened and all the negative reaction from the fans, the second that happens, that's when they lose their confidence. All right, guys, enough with the conspiracy theories. I think that kind of proves it right there. All right, enough with that goddamn conspiracy theory. They're not trying to sabotage Zack Snyder. All right, they're not. I don't give a fuck. What's hot take? Apparently, the comic book movie. Well, on comic book movie, I don't know what that is. The cameo has been revealed. Comic book movie, is that a website? All right. I don't think they revealed it yet. I don't know. Let's see. We can look it up later. But let's stick to the topic at hand here. Let's stick to the topic at hand. Yes, mental here, but that was the first thing, guys. That was something that people were trying to push for the longest time. Okay, that they were just sabotaging Zack Snyder. They weren't. They believed in his movie. All right, ridiculous. That's the first thing. Yeah, after they lost their confidence, Warner Brothers feared it made the heroes gloomy and their abilities a curse. When the director envisioned this operatic, tragic, and perhaps a more challenging type of comic book storytelling. That's funny because that's technically what the DC universe is. They're fucking gods that have to deal with being human. Like it's opposite of what Marvel is. Marvel is humans that have to deal with having godlike powers, but the DC universe is gods that are just trying to be human. And that's exactly what Zack Snyder was going for. And Warner Brothers, you know, they panicked, especially after BVS. What's up, Ryan C? Diane Nelson, who was president of DC Entertainment at the time, says she appreciated that Zack was more into deconstructing the familiar than just replicating it. This is all Diane Nelson right here. Zack is a masterful visual storyteller who goes deep on individual characters. Dude, they fucking loved Zack Snyder, what he was doing with Man of Steel and BVS. You know what I'm saying? They fucking loved him when he was doing those movies. For some people, that's amazing. And for other people, that become a problem because they have fixed opinions about who these DC characters are and are not. Does that sound familiar? Other people, that becomes a problem because they have fixed opinions about who these DC characters are. That's not my Batman. My Batman wouldn't shoot people. That's what she's talking about right there. You know what I'm saying? It was all the fans' faults. You know what I'm saying? It's all the goddamn fans' fault. But this is interesting right here. Kevin Tsujihara, the CEO of Warner Bros. At the time, is pretty much to blame for all this. Because it was him that assigned the watchdogs in the form of Jeff Johns and co-production head John Berg. The edict was clear. At least one of them had to be on set every day. It was Kevin Tsujihara that assigned them this role. You know, this was not Jeff Johns' choice or John Berg's choice. Hello? You know what I'm saying? It was not their choice. They were assigned by the then chairman CEO, Kevin Tsujihara. I'm pretty sure if it was up to Jeff Johns and John Berg, they wouldn't have been babysitting Zack Snyder because they didn't babysit him on BVS. Go look at the credits. You know, they didn't babysit him on that movie. Berg, who is now production president at Stampede, recalls the duty as a low point. Guys, they didn't want to babysit him. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to babysit Zack Snyder. It was a really tricky and not a position I loved, to be honest, he says. I tried to be forthright about what I thought creatively. My job was to try to mediate between a creator whose vision is instinctively dark and a studio that perceived, rightly or wrong, that the fans wanted something lighter. His job to mediate. He was respectful of the director and didn't pursue things that were coming at me from the corporate side that I thought weren't in line with what they were doing to make the best movie. That's interesting. That's interesting. So even then, like people like John Berg were mediating and trying to, slow down the studio. You know, say the studio's coming out done with all these notes, and they're like, "Oh, let's try to, stick with what makes the best movie." That's what they were trying to do when Zack Snyder was there. I think that's amazing. Because this whole time, people were just like, "Oh, Berg and Johns, they're the evil guys that were trying to sabotage Zack Snyder since fucking Man of Steel." They were who said that? Lightcast said that? Fucking retards. You know what I'm saying? Trying to sabotage Zack Snyder since Man of Steel. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Snyder knew why Johns and Berg were on set. This is one of the best parts of the article right here. This is Zack Snyder's words. You could say they babysit. I think he meant sat, right? He says many filmmakers would have bristled at the intrusion, but he was gracious. Zack Snyder had no hard feelings about it. He kind of understood it, all right? It didn't bother me too much because they weren't that threatening. All right, so Johns and Berg weren't that threatening, you know? They weren't all down Zack Snyder's neck. And yet, they're trying to sabotage Zack Snyder, according to all the conspiracy theories. These people were trying to sabotage Zack Snyder for years when they're not that threatening. Okay. I just felt the ideas they did have where they were trying to inject humor and stuff like that, it wasn't anything that was too outrageous. It wasn't anything too outrageous. All right, it started to become clear what the problem on Justice League was. It was Kevin Tsujihara and it was Josh Whedon, because when Josh Whedon comes on, it all goes to hell, especially when Zack Snyder leaves. When Zack Snyder leaves and Josh Whedon stays on, everything goes to hell. You know what I'm saying? Everything goes to hell. Look at that. This line blew my mind. They were trying to inject humor and stuff like that. The fish joke, which we all remember, that's definitely a Johns joke. Do you talk to fish? I let the ocean talk. You know, that's definitely a Jeff Johns thing. Stuff like that. It wasn't anything too outrageous. So the suggestions that Jeff Johns and John Berg were making, the stuff they were mediating from the studio, right? They weren't giving him anything outrageous. You know what I'm saying? And Zack Snyder was like, all right, we can work with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't a problem until Zack Snyder leaves and Josh Whedon joins the production. Actually, Josh Whedon, they actually say right here, well, maybe not right here. This whole part's about Amy Adams, Lois Lane, and Bruce Wayne having a relationship while Superman was dead. I think that's a bad idea. I'm glad they didn't do that. Oh my God, they never did that. But even Zack Snyder says when Josh Whedon at some point, he talked about Josh Whedon at some point. Jake Angel. It says in this article that Zack Snyder isn't getting paid to make a Snyder cut. I don't know why that bothers you. That's a good thing. That's a really good thing. He's doing it pro bono. They can't control him on anything. That's really good. He can just do whatever he wants. And yeah, once again, Kevin Tsujihara was the problem. He's the one that made the mandate and shit. Right here it says, in January 2017, the director showed his first cut to Kevin Tsujihara, and it did not go well. According to Snyder and others, Tsujihara, he resigned for sexual misconduct. I think that's hysterical, because now he gone. He gone. Among the issues was the length of the film. There was a mandate from Tsujihara, that the movie had to be 2 hours long. You know what I'm saying? Who was the problem here? You know, the main guy that was in charge, Kevin Tsujihara. He was the main guy in charge. He made all these bad decisions. He's the one that really panicked. You know what I'm saying? Eliminate the hardest film. All right, let's talk about everything they eliminated. Okay. Make it shorter. Yeah, he didn't want to make it shorter. How do you make it 2 hours? Obviously, they did it, but he didn't see it. That was a funny line. He says, how am I supposed to introduce 6 characters and an alien with potential for world domination in 2 hours? I mean, I could do it. It could be done. Clearly, it was done. That's funny. That's funny. He's referencing the Whedon version. That's funny. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, dude, literally, the old Sujihara is the one that made the 2-hour mandate. He's the one that made Jeff Johns and John Berg babysit Zack Snyder. And while they were babysitting, they were trying to mediate what the studio was trying to do to Zack Snyder. They were helping. You know what I'm saying? The suggestions they were making weren't outrageous. It says it right here. Weren't anything that was too outrageous. It wasn't anything too outrageous. Dude, they were trying to help Zack when they were there. All that bullshit conspiracies about Jeff Johns being trying to sabotage Zack Snyder since Man of Steel is bullshit. Like, stop listening to Lightcast. Stop listening to them. They are full of it. They are fucking full of it. Reports that Snyder himself asked Whedon for help were false. Johns, one of the studio podium babysitters, had been planning Batgirl with Whedon. This goes back to Johns wasn't sabotaging him, dude. Johns was working with Whedon already on the Batgirl movie. That's why Johns suggested to bring in Whedon on Snyder's Justice League. That's as far as that goes. And there's no way they could have known how shitty Whedon was going to be. They can't read the future. There's no way they would have known that. But still, like, Johns was already working with Whedon on Batgirl. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where he got the idea to bring in Whedon. That's what, as far as that goes. It has nothing to do with Johns and fucking being friends with Kevin Feige and fucking, like, trying to sabotage the DCU, make it a Marvel verse. No, dude, he was already just working with Whedon. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are crazy, dude. People are fucking crazy. Once again, Snyder was gracious and even hopeful. This is Snyder's words. I thought maybe he could write some cool scenes. I thought it'd be fun. That, dude, Zack Snyder is saying it himself right here. This is everybody's thought process when they brought on Joss Whedon when Zack Snyder was still there. They thought he'd make some cool scenes and it would be fun. That was even Zack Snyder's thought process. You know what I'm saying? So clearly that was John's thought process. That was everybody else's thought process. You know what I'm saying? There's no way they could have known that Joss Whedon was going to take over the movie and completely, like, wreck it. You know what I'm saying? There's no way they could have known that. They thought it was going to work out. Like, you know what I'm saying? they thought it was a good move. Even Zack Snyder thought it would be fun. It says it right there. I thought that would be fun. Guys, there is no grand conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? It's all just bad luck. You know what I'm saying? God, so amazing. So amazing. It became clear Warner Brothers was giving Whedon more and more power. And that was the mistake right here. Warner Brothers giving Whedon more and more power. Mistake. You know what I'm saying? And who's Warner Brothers? That's Kevin Sujihara. You know what I'm saying? That's what they mean by Warner Brothers. Kevin Sujihara. Because he was the CEO at the time. What are you guys saying? Was it a dead lead? Zack's putting money into it, actually. I don't know about that. I think this is all Warner Brothers money. This is all HBO Max and Warner Brothers money and AT&T money. I'm pretty sure. Zack is just doing it for free. He's working for free, which is, you know, that's essentially putting money into it, I guess, because you're not taking money. And this is why Zack Snyder left. Once again, another conspiracy theory that has been broken by this Vanity Fair article. Zack Snyder did not get fired. He left under his own accord because he was still reeling from Autumn's death. You know, we just lost the will to fight that fight in a lot of ways, says Zack. All of us, the whole family, were just so broken that having those conversations in the middle of it really became like, really? Frankly, I think we did the right thing because I think it would have been either incredibly belligerent or we just roll over. He left, guys. Wasn't fired. Yes, the death of his daughter was like way more impactful than like the bullshit that was going on the set of Justice League. You know what I'm saying? He cared way more about the death of his daughter than fucking some bullshit behind the scenes drama on Justice League. Clearly, he was not fired. This is another fucking conspiracy broke right here. Whedon rewrote and reshot about 3/4 of Justice League. 3/4. Dude, people are still saying that the Justice League, the 2017 Justice League movie, was more than half of Zack Snyder's, work. It's not. In fact, Whedon rewrote and reshot 3/4 of Justice League. That's more than half the movie was Whedon's. Therefore, Zack Snyder's name should even be on Justice League 2017. He's not the director. Whedon's the director, Zack Snyder's name should even be on Justice League 2017. That's clear. That is definitely clear. And of course, when the fans ask him about details, he acts like he doesn't know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? What's Cal Elliott here? What do you say, Cal? All the idiots that said the cut never existed, but this article confirms what fans knew. Some haters actually pushed the idea Zack made a whole new movie. Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. He did not make a whole new movie. He just finished up his black and white version. There's a part in this article somewhere where they talk about how Warner Brothers wanted to release the black. Yes, hot take. It's obviously a Whedon movie. This proves it right here. This line proves it. 3/4 of the movie is Josh Whedon, that 2017 movie. So, you know what I'm saying? Like that's all you need. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a majority of the film is Josh Whedon. Therefore, his name should be under the director credit of that movie. What's up, Lude? We got to see what Josh did. It was this is the part right here. This is the part right here. It's amazing that a lot of people are running with, which is it's amazing. The Warner Brothers, Whedon didn't exactly save the movie like they were hoping was going to happen. That didn't exactly happen. When we got to see what Josh actually did, it was stupefying, says a studio executive who requested anonymity. Why did you request anonymity? Like, why are you trying to hide? Like, who said this? Like, why? Like, Josh Whedon is scorched earth right now. Like, why are we still trying to be like, just say who said it? All right, who said this? Did Toby Emmerich say this line? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? If it was Toby said that line, that would have been amazing. But what studio executive? Diane Nelson? It's weird because Diane Nelson and Toby Emmerich are both in this article giving their quotes, but this one executive requests anonymity for what? You know what I'm saying? For saying Josh Whedon's cut of the movie was bad? I think that's pretty obvious, right? Like, why would you want to be anonymous? It's obvious that the movie was, a piece of shit. The Robber on the Rooftop, so goofy and awful. The Russian Family, so useless and pointless. Everyone knew it. It was so awkward because nobody wanted to admit what a piece of shit it was. Dude, who is this executive? Give him a medal. Like, why is he so scared to say his name? Like, why? Why? I think everybody is in unanimous decision that the Justice League of 2017 was a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you so scared to give your name? I don't get it. I don't get it right there. You would get in the graces with so many fans. Like, so many people would, like, praise you if you just came out with your name with this quote. It's just so weird how you don't want to say, you don't want to, it's weird. It's weird. Because it's a good quote. It's a good quote. Okay, just like open. Fisher claimed abuse on set, which they actually did remedial action. It says right here, after concluding its investigation, Warner Brothers announced the remedial action had been taken. Though the studio didn't offer specifics, day before the announcement, HBO, a division of Warner Media, parted ways with Whedon on the sci-fi series The Nevers. Fisher continued to clash with the studio and has expressed dismay of the outcome of the investigation. That's super weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, the remedial action was taken. They're tying it to Josh Whedon being let go of The Nevers. Like, Fisher publicly claimed Whedon was abusive on set. Warner Brothers, let him go. Why is Ray still expressing dismay? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got what you wanted. They kicked Whedon to the curve. Mission accomplished. I don't understand what is the problem here. We sit here. We all need friends like Nolan saving us from washing shoes. yeah, that's another part of this article. Christopher Nolan and Deborah Snyder told Zack Snyder not to watch the movie. Oh, we got a super chat here. What's up, man? Super Cam. Thanks, man. If they put Bruce and Lois together and or have Clark and Lois name their children Bruce, I'm gonna be pissed. We need John's in charge of the DC comics, not movies. Oh yeah, comics are greater than movies. You know, I like that guy. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the super chat, man. Yeah, I think Jeff Johns should be in charge of the comics. Have you all been paying attention to what DC Comics has been up to lately? Not much, and it's looking really bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, they went from 60 books to 30 books. Now they're going to go back down from like 30 books to like 16 books or something like that. All that has happened ever since Jeff Johns left. So, yes, I would really love if Jeff Johns came back to the books. He needs to save the comics yet again because no one else is going to do it. And Dan DiNino. They also got rid of Dan DiNino at DC Comics. So, yeah, just going to hell. Just going to hell. You know, and everyone just thinks it's fine. You know, fucking buildings on fire in DC. You know what I'm saying? And everyone's like, this is fine. Jesus. Here's another fun quote. The cast were very loyal to Zack, and they were hurting for him, says Nelson, the former DC president. It would have been a difficult environment for any new director to walk into. I have no doubt about it. But then how Josh chose to handle that is Josh's to live with. So even Diane Nelson right here. Diane Nelson is throwing Josh Whedon on the bus. This whole article, everybody is throwing Josh Whedon under the bus. So why the fuck is this fucking studio executive staying anonymous? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's dogpiling on Josh Whedon. Why? I don't know. It's weird. It's clear Kevin Tsujihara and Josh Whedon are taking the huge brunt of this, right? Huge brunt. Yeah, clearly. Yeah, nothing's good enough for Ray Fisher on the outcome of that investigation. Nothing's good enough. You can behead Josh Whedon would be good enough. Lude, I'm imagining Chris Nolan a body tackled Zack Snyder outside the theater and dragged him away. Oh yeah, dude. I'm pretty sure Zack Snyder didn't even get close to the movie theater. I'm pretty sure they all just came home and they're like, "Do you want a drink?" Because that was really bad. All right. In the aftermath of Whedon's version, a new narrative arose around social media. The Snyder Cut, released the Snyder Cut. Snyder gradually began to encourage the movement and blah blah blah. All right, and then this goes back to grieving his daughter and stuff like that. It's all very sad. And then it goes into the Army of the Dead, little tidbits for the Army of the Dead. By the way, Army of the Dead sounds fucking awesome when you read what they have in mind for this. Like, it sounds pretty dope. But we're not going to read all that. I mean, this is a long article. I'm trying to get through it here. At a time of stories of abusive creators, Snyder is an anomaly. This goes back to that main conspiracy theory that the Warner Brothers executives are trying to sabotage the Snyder Cut, guys. That is conspiracy. That's bullshit. They're not trying to sabotage Zack Snyder. Even executives who were sometimes at odds with him, even the executives that were at odds with him, Toby Emmerich maybe, even those guys, sometimes at odds with him, agree that he is genuinely nice. They agree Zack Snyder's genuinely nice, yet they're trying to sabotage the Snyder Cuts, and they hate Zack Snyder. No, even the ones that are, at odds with him think he's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? I'd be stronger than that, Silverman said. Greg Silverman, the original CEO that was ahead of Warner Brothers during the time of Man of Steel and fucking BVS. He was a wonderful guy and fostered a wonderful working environment on his sets. He really valued the crew and he values his cast. Guys, they do not want to sabotage Zack Snyder. You know what I'm saying? They like working with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God. It's so amazing. So amazing here. Hot takes. Ray Fisher. Okay. Will be anxious to let Kevin Tsuchihara and Josh Whedon take the fall for everything to do with Justice League. Both have been publicly in your disgrace and make easy targets. Don't be fooled. Toby Everett, Jeff Johns, and John Burke share direct responsibility. Oh, yeah. God, dude. Is that what he's saying on Twitter? You know what's funny about that? I blocked Ray Fisher, guys, and I'm telling you, life is a lot better. Life is a lot better. If he's just going to keep going after people, he's going to go after John Berg, man. What did John Berg do? You know what I'm saying? Like, if John Berg is saying in this article that he was trying to mediate between the studio and Zack Snyder. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, leave these people alone. Go after Josh Whedon all you want. You know, if you fine. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Tsuchihara, why not? At least Kevin Tsuchihara had an actual sexual like misconduct thing that happened with him. Go after him. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. You know what I'm saying? The worst thing the worst thing Jeff Johns did was bringing Whedon on board for Justice League. That's the worst thing he did. That's the worst thing you could accuse him of doing. He hasn't been accused of actual abuse. You know what I'm saying? Not once has Jeff Johns been accused of actual abuse or anything like that. The worst thing he's done is bring on Josh Whedon, right? That's the worst thing. But somehow he's to blame for everything. He was already working with fucking Josh Whedon. That's why he brought him on. Okay. What were we in here? Where are we? Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. The studio originally wanted to release the black and white version, and yeah, where is it here? Oh, this is what I talk about. Toxic fandoms, very toxic direction. Toxic fandoms. What did you say here? Everyone who's worked with Snyder has good things to say about him. Yeah, that's right, Lude. Which makes the whole conspiracy theory that they're trying to sabotage him sound even dumber. It sounds even dumber because, like, why would you give him $70 million to finish his film? Give him everything he needs just to secretly, like, undercut it, you know? They're helping it at every turn. You know what I'm saying? They released it 2 weeks before Godzilla vs. Kong. It was going to release the same fucking day. And they're like, we'll spread that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, They saw the global demand and they made sure this movie gets released in a bunch of different markets. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not sabotage. That's the opposite of sabotage. If they were going to sabotage, they just wouldn't do any of those things. You know what I'm saying? They would just sit back and do nothing. But they're doing stuff. They're doing stuff. Yeah, this is somebody talking about Zack Snyder's version. Yes. Talking about the toxic fandom, which we know again. Yes, toxic fandom. They showed up again when the trailer dropped. David Jaffe got attacked for making an honest reaction to a trailer, like he always does, because he has nothing to gain from YouTube. This is not his career. He has nothing to gain from making YouTube videos. He's a fucking video game creator. He has plenty of money. Like, everything he says is his genuine opinion. And people attacked him over it. Like they usually do. I mean, I get if you want to go after Jody. I get that. Jody is literally trolling on purpose. I get it. But David Jaffe ain't. David Jaffe is not doing that. And y'all treat him like they're the same. It's so goddamn frustrating. These fucking trolls that have held back the movement. That's what I've been trying to say for fucking years, man. Fucking years I've been trying to say that. Like, if we didn't have half these trolls in this movement, like fucking Ohio Dave or fucking name 50 other dudes on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Like, if these trolls, you know, were around, we probably would have got the Snyder Cut like 2 years ago. You know, whatever. Here's what Zack Snyder says about the abusive tactics by some of these trolls. I 100% think it's wrong. So there you go. Zack Snyder is saying the trolls are wrong. So Jody, suck on that. You know, remember when Jody's Corner was all about like, oh, he's not disowning the toxic fans. Well, he just did right here. He says, I don't think that anyone should be calling anyone anything. And I've tried to give people in the fandom attention who do good things. And I mean, he needs to do a better job of that, Zack Snyder. He's giving people attention that do not do good things. But getting text here. What's up? What's up? We're going over the article. We're going over little tidbits, trying to break down, trying to bust conspiracy theories here from Lightcast and whatnot. Okay. But this is interesting. The November 19th, you guys remember the chart I showed you earlier? That spike in November 19th, After that, a few days later, Toby Emmerich, chairman of Warner Brothers and Picture Group, called Zack to offer, let's try it again. A lot of people at the company, myself included, always felt badly that Zack didn't get to finish his vision of the film because of circumstances, says Emmerich. Circumstances that Emmerich probably caused. But you know what I'm saying? It's cool that Emmerich is, actually coming out and saying that we're happy to have him back and finish it. I don't care what your stupid conspiracies say. It happens what people say in public. You know what I'm saying? That's what matters. What people say on the record. Okay? They could think, Emmerich can think whatever he wants about Zack Snyder in private. What matters is his actions. What does he do? And what did Emmerich do? He called up Zack Snyder and offered to try it again. You know what I'm saying? And so if there was a way to make it logistically and financially possible, which HBO Max did, and Zack was willing to do it, it seemed like a win for everybody. That's how these people think, man. That's how these people think. You know what I'm saying? Like, Emmerich, whether or not Toby Emmerich likes or doesn't like Zack does not matter. It does not matter. He's not trying to sabotage him. He reached out to him to offer to redo his film here. And it was logistically and financially possible. HBO Max made it possible. Zack was willing to do it. It's a win for everybody. Think about it. Do you think these executives really care? Do you think they're really embarrassed that the Snyder Cut's coming out? Yeah, they're so embarrassed that they're going to be taking your money. You know what I'm saying? They're really embarrassed about that, guys. It's so ridiculous what some people believe. Okay. They're so embarrassed. Emmerich is so embarrassed that the Snyder Cut's coming out. He's making all kinds of money off of it. God. It's like he's rubbing the money on his chest. I'm so embarrassed. It's ridiculous. Here, this is the part I wanted to get to. Snyder said, Warner Brothers just wanted to release the raw footage on his laptop, which was something that we all in the Snyder fandom, at least early on, that's what we thought we were going to get. That's what we were fighting for. That's what we meant by it existed. There was this cut of the movie that was on his laptop. This is what we wanted to see. Because I figured that there was no way, you were going to get enough people interested in it. So just release what you had. That's what a lot of us were thinking on and counting on. And then that November 17th happened and shit just blew up from there. But yeah, 2018, 19, this is what we thought we were going to get. We were going to get the raw footage on his laptop. That's it. That's it. And this is what Zack Snyder said. I was like, that's a no. That's a hard no. So, Snyder had them by the balls. He's like, oh, no. I'm not just going to release my rough cut to make this easy on you. You're going to give me money, and I'm going to finish this fucking thing. I'm going to finish it to the best of its ability. And he goes through the reasons why Warner Brothers might want to release a raw cut. Because it's a inferior version of the movie, and it would just back up what the Warner Brothers already believed about the movie, which is this is all conjecture by Snyder, by the way. This is all conjecture by Snyder, but still, Zack Snyder was prepared to have the movie be a mythical unicorn for all time. He was prepared to never release it. He had them by the balls. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, "Fine, we'll give you the money." Snyder estimates that it cost $70 million to undo the Whedon redos. Wow, that's amazing. $70 million on top of a movie that's already $300 million. Does everyone think that's amazing? Everyone think that's amazing? $70 million to undo the $25 million of reshoots, or 100. It's wild. It's wild. Yes, HBO Max gets 4 hours of hotly anticipated programming, along with fucking Godzilla vs. Kong, which comes out 2 weeks later, along with Mortal Kombat, which comes out 2 weeks after that. HBO Max got some good content for the next few months here, March and April. They're going to have some good content. I'm sure their subscriber numbers are going to spike for sure. For sure. And hopefully that will lead to a Justice League sequel on HBO Max. I think that's might be possible. Zack Snyder said many times that he kind of wants to move on. You know what I'm saying? He kind of wants to make some other films, like the King Arthur film he was talking about. I wouldn't mind that. I would like to see a King Arthur film. And maybe Zack Snyder could like use his Stone Quarry production company to make the Justice League movie and get another director to make it for him, a director he trusts and stuff like that. But yeah, Zack Snyder did all that because he did. Is the part someone mentioned earlier about Zack Snyder not wanting to? Somebody said this earlier. Where is he? Where is he? Boom. Is it true that Zack isn't getting paid for the Snyder Cut? Damn, I hope it's not true. It's actually a good thing. It's actually a good thing he's not getting paid for it. This time he wants creative control, and foregoing a fee helped. Him not getting paid helped him get creative control over this. So it's a very good thing he foregoed the fee. And that definitely convinced those executives, the Toby Emmerichs, to be like, all right, let's do what you want, Zack. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to get paid, there's no sweat off my brow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to be beholden to anyone. And it allowed me to keep my negotiating powers with these people pretty strong. Had them by the balls. How about I break my balls here? Zack Snyder, you break my balls here. But he got released, man. Because at the end of the day, it's all about money. It's all about money. They have no plans to sabotage the Snyder Cut. They're like, all right, we'll give you money to finish it. Hopefully that will get us some money. You know what I'm saying? That's all it comes down to. They attack people. They're still talking about the toxic fandom here. And I think that might be it for this article, actually. 4:3 format rather than a widescreen so that it can be watched one day on IMAX screens, guys. That is the only reason, I think. It's not really an artistic choice. Like, people try to say that the 4:3 format is an artistic thing. It's really not. He's just putting it in the IMAX ratio so that we can get an IMAX release one day, which might happen. If it's a big deal, Snyder Cut comes out, everybody loves it. There you go. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get to see it in IMAX screens, which is pretty cool. That's why it's a 4:3. I don't think it has anything to do with fucking any artistic merit here. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just to watch it on an IMAX screen. Some may have been rated by seeing Justice League on HBO Max with black bars. That's not how I'm gonna watch it. I'll show you guys how to change it so you can fill up your screens and watch it in all its glory. Yes, Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah, performed by Alison Crowe and the movie. It was at Autumn's funeral, so that's why he's using it. That's very sad. Very sad. I don't want to read any more of that. Okay. But that's the other article. So, yeah, we bust a bunch of conspiracy theories. They aren't sabotaging Zack Snyder at all. They're giving him full reign. They're giving him the money. They'll let him make this goddamn movie. And they're helping it in its release. You know what I'm saying? They've spread it out. You know what I'm saying? They're giving it its time in the sun. And they're putting out Vanity Fair articles about it every other week. Guys, Vanity Fair articles every week about this movie. How many Vanity Fair articles have you read about fucking Godzilla and Kong? You know what I'm saying? Not a lot. I've read about 3 about this fucking Zack Snyder Justice League in the span of like, a month. They are pushing it. We are 27 days away. You know what I'm saying? What are we saying here? Luke, the only things I'm not digging about the movie is the square ratio, the 4-hour runtime, how Swanwick was retconned to be Martian Manhunter. Oh, yeah. I mean, retconned. They never announced that he was Martian Manhunter till now. I think Zack Snyder always wanted him to be Martian Manhunter, because if you go back to rumors like when Man of Steel was coming out, they actually had there was a rumor about Henry Lennox already being Martian Manhunter when Man of Steel was being made. So like, maybe that's where Zack Snyder got the idea, or maybe that was just something that leaked out. So I think he was always meant to be Martian Manhunter. But yeah, the square ratio, I don't like it either. But it's just meant for IMAX screens. It's just meant for IMAX screens. And you can change it on your TV. Guys, you go to your display settings on your TV and play with it. Go to the trailer for Zack Snyder's Justice League and play with your display settings. Just play with it and see which one fits the best on your TV, because some of them look great. Like, I got to show you how it looks on my TV. It looks fucking fantastic. The Toxic Fan is such a non-story. So, yeah, that's always the excuse. The 500,000. That's always the excuse, isn't it? Excuse so people can act shitty. That's what it is. I get that. Yeah. I hope you don't watch it on your mobile screens, guys. I hope you watch it on a TV. That would suck to like watch it on your iPad for 4 hours. That would definitely suck. Man, Zack is treated like a nobody, and we're the toxic ones. What do you mean a nobody? Treated like, what are you guys talking about? You guys are way too sensitive. What are you talking about? He's not a nobody. Zack Snyder's the man at Warner Brothers right now. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? He was the man when he was making Man of Steel and BVS. They say as much in this article. You know, they were backing Zack Snyder, you know, when he was making those movies. They thought he was the man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, who's the toxic person? Was that the lady that was talking in here? What was her name? Oh, it's way down here. It's way down here. They talk about toxic fans a bunch in this guys. Which is like, doesn't that tell you something? You know what I'm saying? Doesn't it tell you something that most people notice the toxic fandom first? All right. Is it kissing? Yeah, that's like the first thing they notice. I've been trying to tell you guys this for so long. You know what I'm saying? It's the first thing people notice. It's not good. It's not good. But you know, that's the thing about this fucking these toxic motherfuckers in this fandom. They just gotta fucking not say anything for 1 month. You know what I'm saying? Just let the hype build. Don't say anything negative. Don't attack people for their opinions. Just for 27 days. You know what I'm saying? That's all you gotta do. Just shut your mouth for 27 days. Shit. Let this thing build, man. Let this thing build. I know who you're talking about, though. Katsuka. I know who you're talking. Yeah, I know that part in the article. It'll take a minute to find it here. Dude, that was amazing, though. That John and Berg to babysit, and then Zack Snyder says, oh, they weren't threatening. It's not like anything they said was too outrageous. That kind of goes against all those fucking conspiracy theories about Jeff Johns and John Berg. Doesn't it go against all that? You know what I'm saying? Like, Zack Snyder was like, you know, they weren't that threatening. Their opinions weren't too outrageous. Like, it's so fucking crazy. And yet Ray Fisher's acting like fucking like Walter Amada, John Berg, Jeff Johns. These are the most dangerous enablers. These are the most ruthless enablers. Like, it's ridiculous, guys. It's ridiculous. Am I going to find it? I'm not going to find that toxic thing again, am I? I'm not going to find it again here. Yeah, this whole description about Army of the Dead right here, this whole thing, amazing. A smash and grab story about an elite strike team that goes into a zombie overrun Las Vegas to retrieve a hidden fortune before the hot zone is nuked. As zombie virus emerges from Area 51, so aliens may be involved too. I mean, that just sounds so dope. I want to see that. That sounds dope. Before a nuke goes off, that's classic. Most dangerous enablers here. Dude, I'm not gonna find it. But anyway, yeah, I want to go through that. We're already at an hour. Here. Shit. Oh, this is who you're talking about. Kayleen Dolanson. I don't know who that is. Let's Google her right here. Paste. Dolanson. Let's look up her Twitter, huh? Let's look up her Twitter here. She's a writer / critic. I'm a critic. Former sci-fi fangirl / Screen Rant, co-host of Hollywood Read. So she's a blogger. She's a blogger like me. She's a blogger like me. Yeah, her opinions don't seem that outrageous. You know what I mean? If you still be considered mature for your age, you are not an older for what? I don't know. I'd have to get into her Twitter and see what you guys are talking about here. But they did roll over and give it to us. They did. They did roll over and give it to us. This has it right here in this article. Zack Snyder had them by the balls, and they gave him $70 million to finish up his Snyder cut. Everything you've heard in the last year about Warner Brothers trying to sabotage this is bullshit. All those people are just clickbait, dude. All those people talk about, they're all making up shit. You know what I'm saying? They're all inferring something that doesn't exist. And it's crazy. It's crazy. You're inferring shit that's not there. Jeff Johns trying to sabotage Zack Snyder since Man of Steel. That's something Lightcast said. They were totally wrong about that. You know what I'm saying? Totally making up shit. But fucking people believed it. People believed it. Isn't that great? Who was that guy? It was us that fought so hard for it. Yet this line right here, trolls may have actually held back the movement. You know what I'm saying? That's why you had to fight so hard for it, because you had constant trolls fucking it up. But anyway, I think that's got to do it for now. We bust a lot of conspiracy theories that are bullshit. Bust a lot of those. Yeah, that guy must be a Ray Fisher fan. That guy must be a Ray Fisher fan. I mean, Jody fan. Andrew. Yeah. Because if I remember, because she bashed Snyder a few times. Kazuka. This is a coming to Jesus moment for y'all. Who fucking cares who bashes Zack Snyder at this point? Who fucking cares? He's getting his movie. He got the money. You know what I'm saying? Bash Zack Snyder all you want. You know what I'm saying? Say he's misogynist. Say his films are sexist. Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, his movie's coming out. It doesn't matter anymore. He got the Snyder Cut coming out, and then he's got Army of the Dead coming out, and he's working on the King Arthur film. Like, nothing. People can trash him all they want. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter, because the people that actually work with Zack Snyder think he's a great guy. You know, people like Toby Emmerich, great. You think Zack Snyder's a great guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody that's worked with Zack Snyder thinks he's a great guy. That's the opposite of the Josh Whedon thing. Like, half the people that work with Josh Whedon think they hate him. So, like, that is a different thing entirely. Calm down, Ryan C. Calm down. Calm down, Ryan C. Yes. But yeah, that's going to do it for that. That's going to do it for that. Do you guys want me to bring up the charts again? Do you guys want me to bring up the charts again? Here. I just like looking at the charts sometimes. There's the Snyder Cut for you. That big spike was the trailer. I went over this at the beginning of the video, but this is how we're going to close it. Let's do it last 5 years, because that's the only way we can get back to. And this is the little spike. November 17th. That little spike started everything. In 2019, that little spike, that little thing of interest. Because before, this was the Snyder Cut. Nobody was interested for like a year. This is like people like me making videos. That's how you got these little spikes right here. That's people like me making videos. And people like you watching it. That's us. That's us right there. And then a big spike is when it just touches the mainstream for that one day. And that's when everything changes. And you get these spikes again when the trailer, these little teasers are coming out about the Snyder Cut. This is the Hallelujah trailer right here. August 20th, was it? 22nd? That is the Hallelujah trailer. I don't know what this spike is. What is this spike? This is May Come on. I just want to. There it is. May 17th to 23rd, 2020. What was that? Was that the announcement of the Snyder Cut? I think that was the announcement that they're going to make the Snyder Cut. And then this was the Hallelujah trailer. And then this fucking huge ass spike right here. So good. So good. So good. It's so good. I mean, it's the biggest it's ever gotten. You know what I'm saying? Now Warner Brothers is seeing this spike and they're like, yep, we got money. We got everybody's money now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to get more money. That's all they care about. But anyway. Damn! Yeah, Ryan C. Damn! That is exactly what that spike is. And I'll pull up Justice League again so you guys can go back to my video where I'm like, change the title of the movie, please, because nobody cares about Zack Snyder's name on it. That's what I'll say. Look at Justice League. The last time it had a huge fucking spike where hundreds of million people cared was back in 2017 when the movie was coming out. Since then, the Snyder Cut's the only thing that's been pushing it up. And we do the last 90 days here. Look at that. Look at that. Snyder Cut spikes, Justice League spikes. You should have called the movie Justice League the Snyder Cut. I mean, like, obvious. Okay, but anyway. That's going to do it, guys. That's going to do it. Yeah. Look how much people look up Zack Snyder. See Zack Snyder's name. You type in people look up his name. Haha. Snyder Cut's way above it, though. Snyder Cut's way above it. Justice League above that. But you should see it's all interlinked. Zack Snyder, Snyder Cut, Justice League. It's all intertwined right now. People who are looking up Justice League are going to see Zack Snyder in the Snyder Cut. You know what I'm saying? All around. All around. So good. So good. So good. Yes. But anyway, that's going to do it for now, guys. I just want to go over the article a little bit, show you these graphs a little bit. At the beginning of the video, I went over this graph, but yeah, that's going to do it for now. Very exciting. If you haven't read that article, I highly recommend you read it from Vanity Fair, Justice League, the true story of what happened. It smashes a lot of these dumb conspiracy theories that people have been putting out for fucking years. Like cast people, the culture nerd. When is that fucking Steppenwolf going to get put into David Ayer's Suicide Squad, huh? When's that going to happen, culture nerd? Oh, boy, I bet that's not going to happen at all. But, yeah, check out the article. I can't believe you haven't checked out the article. Check out the article. The article is fire. It's a very good article. That's why I didn't bother reading through it, because people have read through the article already on YouTube. You can go look it up. Robert Burnett. He read through the whole article. That guy made a 180. That guy went from like it doesn't exist to like, oh, I can't wait to see it. Love to see that. Love to see that out of people. But anyway, yeah, that's gonna do it for now. Cowbunga, guys. I'll see you all later. We'll try to get on more streams. You know, I wasn't doing the streams like for the last like 4 or 5 days because of Westworld. I was watching that a lot. I'm all caught up on Westworld. I think I'll make a video about Westworld, honestly. And I got some Blu-rays. I'm going to do an unboxing. No. Yeah, an unboxing. Blu-ray haul. Do a video of that. And I'm making an Arkham Asylum book review. The Grant Morrison Arkham Asylum. That's what we're doing. See you on the flip flop. Later. Bye for now.